What's true and genuine is the God who created this incredible, complex place and life forms and sphere that spins and moves at incredible rates that can't even be noticed. We can't even notice that the world is spinning and moving, hurling through space at such incredible speeds. We assume it's just static, stopped. That's the perfect metaphor. That all these things are happening and we can't even notice. We're not even aware. Because it all seems one way. But it really is another way. We know that. But it's hard to convince ourselves of that. Because of what we perceive. That's a most incredible metaphor right there. Because of what we perceive. We perceive the world and what we can see and observe with our eyes to just be this static thing. And the one who created this great metaphor is totally hidden from those animals who have the inherent capacity to comprehend, but who are driven by this other thing. This thing that's identified in these words and described, and whose relationship with these human animals is identified and described and declared. What it is, how it acts. It's all there in the words. It's explained in the stories over and over. The metaphors are presented and examples are given. Historic examples about how it's happened before and what the humans did to those who presented this genuine word to them. They said, "Get away. It's not right. It's not real. It can't be because we don't like it." And that's the only definition we need for how wrong it is. Because we feel its wrongness in ourselves and we don't want it. Because it makes us feel threatened. It makes us have to go places we don't want to go. We're not going. We want to feel safe. We want to find that agreement with ourselves that we are safe. We don't want to hear what you have to say. You're wrong. We know you're wrong. We'll run you out of town on a rail. How'd you like that? We'll throw you off a cliff. We'll gnash our teeth at you. And we'll sit on our sacred rightness of agreement and call out to you, tell you how wrong you are. Like playground bullies. That's what we'll do. How would you like that? That'll shut you up. We don't want to hear what you have to say. We hate you. Because we hate God. We hate what's real, what's true. We hate anything that makes us feel anything. We hate anything that threatens us. So we're not about to listen to what you have to say, because we already know it's true, it's wrong. We already know what we know is true is true. So we know what you have to say is wrong. It's all been said before, right here. They did the same thing to the one who came, to the one they were waiting for. He didn't look right. He didn't look like what they had already decided in their minds, in their hearts. They didn't want to accept. So they made up whatever they wanted to make him wrong, and sit in the self-rightness of their sacred agreement that they had some law of Moses, when it really wasn't anything, because they changed it. They changed it into something that would make them feel safe, something they could own and control, so that they could feel what they needed to feel, because that's the animal way. That's what the animal does. That's how the animal works in the heart of man, religious or not. Anything that threatens me, that I can even perceive as what may be a threat, go the other way. Don't let it in. It can hurt me, it can harm me. It could challenge me. I don't want it to be right. Even if it is right, I don't want it to be right, because I'd rather have this. I'm comfortable with this. I'm familiar with this. This is what I want. Get that away from me. Get out. Get out of here with it. You're wrong, you're false, you're divisive. What you have to say is divisive. So how could you be right? God would never do that. God wants us all to be at peace with each other and love each other. Right. God wants us, our God wants us to be able to hold on to our agreement. And you're just being divisive. That's been said before. That's what they accuse Messiah of. So, of course, they'll say it again, because they don't want what's new. They want what's old, what they assume is better. They don't want what could be better, because it means having to be challenged, having to think beyond what they have already assimilated into themselves as what's safe, what's good, what they need and want to hang on to, because they got to hang on to something. It's that idea. The idea of their own agreement with their own self, that they have found something that makes them feel a certain way that they need, they crave to feel safe, secure. They don't care if it's right, as long as it makes them feel a certain way. Then it's good, it's acceptable. Yes, come in, you, out, you get out, because you're bad, you don't belong here. We're in good company. They said that to all our brothers.